Oh honey, grab your tea because this one's piping hot. 13 times Meghan Markle was caught on camera being, well, Meghan, and trust me, it gets worse the deeper we go, including that wild rumor where she allegedly threatened to sue Prince William himself. It all started with the moment that broke the internet and everyone's patience. During the Invictus Games at Team Canada's breakfast event, Meghan made sure all eyes were on her, not the athletes. While everyone was chatting and smiling, she walked right up to athlete Adria Brochu, who was sitting in her wheelchair mid-conversation. And without asking, Meghan grabbed the chair and moved it like it was a prop for her photo op. The poor woman froze, completely shocked, hands in the air as Meghan smiled for the cameras like nothing happened. You could almost hear the collective gasp around the room. Because let's be real, a wheelchair isn't a piece of furniture, it's an extension of someone's personal space. Touching it without permission? That's not confidence, that's pure disrespect. People were outraged. Social media lit up with criticism, calling it another example of Meghan's obsession with appearing perfect on camera, no matter who she had to inconvenience to get that shot. Brochu's reaction said it all. That sudden silence, that shocked face, and the internet never forgot it. But hold on, things got even messier. After King Charles stripped Prince Andrew of his royal titles, Meghan reportedly started to panic. Rumor has it she became terrified that the same could happen to her. And who did she allegedly see as the biggest threat? None other than Prince William. Sources claimed Meghan was furious, threatening to sue William if he ever dared to take her Duchess of Sussex title away. Can you imagine? The audacity, because that title isn't just a name to her, it's a brand, a fortune, her golden ticket to relevance. Losing it would be like watching her celebrity empire crumble overnight, and Meghan Markle doesn't crumble quietly. Next up, the moment she truly earned her crown as the Queen of Mean. It happened at a red carpet event for her show suits. The interviewer had barely opened their mouth before Meghan jumped in, smirking and saying, "Aren't you busy?" in that cutting, passive-aggressive tone. The interviewer froze, unsure whether to laugh or walk away. And as the questions continued, Meghan's disdain became impossible to ignore. Rolling eyes, fake smiles, impatient sighs. Every word she spoke dripped with superiority, like she was doing everyone a favor just by being there. It wasn't confidence, it was condescension on full display. And who could forget her strange encounters with children? That haunting clip still makes the rounds. A little kid, bright and cheerful, trying to interact with Meghan, only to be met with a cold, devilish stare. It's as if every child she meets senses something off. Fast forward to Prince Harry's 39th birthday during the 2023 Invictus Games. The crowd sang, "Happy birthday," cameras flashing, everyone smiling. Meghan, desperate for attention, leaned toward a small child beside Harry, trying to touch him, make eye contact, anything. But the kid wasn't having it. He pulled away, visibly uncomfortable. Meghan kept trying, but the message was loud and clear. "Please leave me alone." Even a child could see through the act. And speaking of unwanted touching, Meghan's tendency to overstep physical boundaries made headlines again at the Endeavour Awards. She was invited on stage to present an award. Glamorous dress, rehearsed smile, the usual. After fumbling through her notes and nervously looking for the winner's name, she finally announced it. When the awardee approached, Meghan reached out to grab his arm, but he flinched. Twice. She didn't take the hint and tried again, smiling awkwardly. What she didn't seem to realize was that the co-host had prosthetic legs, and yet she still reached for him repeatedly, throwing him off balance. It was uncomfortable, inappropriate, and honestly heartbreaking to watch. Viewers said it was one of the rudest, most tone-deaf things she's ever done, and that's saying a lot. Then came the book launch fiasco. When Meghan's so-called friend invited her to be a panelist for support, it was supposed to be about celebrating the author's new book, but for Meghan, it was another opportunity to dominate the spotlight. As her co-panelist Courtney tried to speak, Meghan kept interrupting, leaning forward, talking over her, smiling for the cameras as if she was the only one in the room. You could see Courtney trying to stay composed, but the tension was painful to watch. The audience cringed, wishing Meghan would just let someone else finish a sentence for once. But no, she had to make sure the attention stayed right where she wanted it. And guess what? That habit carried straight into her appearances with Harry. During a 2023 mental health event at a school in New York City, Harry began talking about the importance of youth mental health, sharing thoughtful insights, and right when the focus shifted to him, Meghan cut in. She interrupted him mid-sentence and hijacked the entire conversation. You could see Harry's expression drop. He paused, stepped back, and let her take over. She wasn't even subtle about it. She needed that spotlight, even if it meant silencing her own husband in front of a crowd. Then came another infamous moment. Outside Windsor Castle, during the mourners' gathering after the Queen's passing, Meghan was walking among the crowd, cameras following her every move, when an aide came up from behind, offering to help with the flowers she was holding. Instead of a polite nod or "thank you," Meghan turned abruptly, gestured sharply with her hand, and gave the poor aide a cold, dismissive flick, as if saying, "Don't touch me, I'm performing." The internet exploded. calling it the flick heard around the world. It wasn't just rude, it exposed the mask slipping in real time. At a charity polo event in Florida, Meghan's insecurity took the stage. During the trophy presentation, another woman stood next to Prince Harry. Meghan quickly stepped in, motioned for the woman to move away, and repositioned her beside herself instead. The cameras caught it all. The awkward shuffle, the forced smile, the possessive energy. It screamed insecurity and control. Even the crowd noticed the tension as Meghan subtly pulled Harry back into her frame. Because in Meghan's world, no one else gets to share the spotlight. And then came the Oprah interview, the moment that shook the monarchy. While many expected grace and honesty, what viewers got instead was arrogance wrapped in victimhood. Meghan's tone was sharp, her words dripping with contempt as she threw allegations at the royal family. When Oprah asked about the alleged comments on her baby's skin color, Meghan's expression was icy. Not sorrowful, not shocked, just smug, as though she relished the drama it stirred. Even when she mentioned Kate Middleton, she couldn't hide her disdain, implying superiority while pretending to be hurt. The performance was Oscar-worthy, if arrogance were an art form. And speaking of Kate, remember the wedding meltdown? Reports say Meghan reduced her wedding staff to tears, yelling about flowers and bridesmaid dresses like a diva gone rogue. The tension became so unbearable that even calm, composed Kate Middleton reportedly broke down in tears. Later, Meghan flipped the narrative, claiming she was the one who cried. But insiders said the truth was simpler. Kate confronted her for being rude and unkind to the staff. Meghan didn't cry out of pain, she cried out of being called out. During her much-publicized Nigeria trip with Harry, Meghan managed to cause yet another scene. While a local woman was respectfully addressing her at a school event, Meghan turned her back mid-conversation. Cameras captured the moment, Meghan facing the opposite direction, smiling for someone else while the woman continued speaking behind her. The outrage was instant. So disrespectful, people said. Because if you can't even look at your host while they're speaking, what message does that send? So there you have it. 13 times Meghan Markle's attitude took center stage for all the wrong reasons. From moving a disabled woman's wheelchair without permission, to interrupting Harry, to allegedly threatening Prince William over a title, every moment adds another layer to the persona she's tried so hard to polish. Behind the rehearsed smiles and camera poses, the glimpses caught on tape tell a very different story. One of control, insecurity, and arrogance disguised as confidence. The world has seen enough clips to form its own opinion. And honey, it isn't pretty. But maybe that's the point. Maybe Meghan thrives on the outrage, the headlines, the attention, because as long as people are talking, she's winning. Still, you have to wonder, how many more rude moments will we see before people stop giving her the benefit of the doubt? Tell me, which of these moments shocked you the most? The wheelchair, the title threat, or that poor aide who got the flick of her life? Whatever it is, one thing's certain. When Meghan Markle walks into the room, drama isn't far behind.